decided to step down from playing. Was that a difficult decision to make?
Yeah, it was, but I think it's probably the right decision for myself and my family, and probably a good decision to get Joel in. So he's a great player, and it's good to have someone like him come in and take up my role.
Looking back 3 years ago, what were your first impressions of Warrington as a town and as a club as well?
Yeah, I remember driving in the place, and it was just real weird coming to a lot of old buildings and all that type of stuff. So, no, it was good. It was a good change. It's like obviously I'm always going to have fond memories of the place. So, yeah, it was nice.
Over your years here, you've got a great following of fans. I've got a lot of good luck messages to pass on to you here as well. But we've also asked them to send us some questions via our Facebook and Twitter pages. So we've got a selection here for you. Blake Foden and Mike Titchard on Facebook have asked, is there any chance you'll come to a home game during the season so we can give you a proper send-off from the fans?
Oh, I'd love to, but I'll be back home in Australia. But you know, it's sort of hard not being able to have, you know, a bit of a goodbye to the fans, but you know, hopefully they sort of remember me for the games I played for the club, and like I'll certainly remember them, and especially, you know, those games down in Wembley. It was something that I'll remember forever, and I'm thankful for.
And Cheryl Draper actually asked on Facebook, how did it feel when you scored that hat-trick at Wembley?
Yeah, it was an incredible day for the club to go back to back, and for me personally as well to get a few tries. It was you know, very pleasing, and you know, something like I said before, like I'll always remember, and yeah, no, it's brilliant.
Other than the Wembley experience, Ian Leach, Jamie Heaton and Joey Platt on Facebook, and also Stuart Brown and Stacey Cooper on Twitter have asked which is your best or most memorable try, obviously other than the Wembley experience.
I'd have to say the year before when we played the semi against Wigan, and obviously we hadn't been to a cup for a long time, and you know, I got the ball and scored a try sort of towards the end of the game, and that sort of sealed the deal for us, and you know, that was just a great feeling. It probably wasn't, you know, one of the most impressive tries I've ever scored, but it was. I just remember that feeling, and just a feeling of relief, and just looking around at all the fans and that, and how happy everyone was. It was, you know, a special feeling, and that, you know, is pretty much up there with any other feeling I've ever experienced in rugby league.
Brian Bale, Alexi Redman and Laura Daniels on Facebook have asked what will you miss most about the Wolves?
It's sort of weird, like, I'll miss a lot of things. I'll miss our team, like the team unit we've got going here, and the boys were a real close bunch, and obviously, like, you leave a lot of best mates behind, and I'll miss that. I'll miss the club as a whole. Like, I've made a lot of good friends in the staff. Not only the staff of the team, the staff like the Wolves organisation, and obviously the fans. They've been great to me and my family the whole time we've been here, and yeah, like it's sad, but you know, it had to good things come to an end, and that's the way it is.
Katie Sherwood on Twitter has asked, what will you specifically miss most about England?
I don't know. I miss the most about England. I don't know, just being around like Warrington really, because it's pretty much the most part I know of England, but just being around the town, and because it's a rugby league town, and obviously that's my job, and you know, you get a lot of good well wishes and all that type of thing, so I probably miss that the most.
And Paul Anderson on Facebook would like to know, when you go back home and someone asks you about Warrington, how will you describe the club and the town and the fans to them?
Oh, obviously, well, I've been doing it for years. Been going home and describing Warrington as a rugby league town, and how passionate they are about their rugby, and you know, that's the thing that sort of sticks out of mind, how passionate the people are over here about their sport, and you know, and how the crowds get right behind you. It's a real good feeling to be out there on the pitch and know your fans are right behind you, and that's probably the thing I probably talk about the most.
And Simon Ferguson on Facebook has asked, how do the fans here in Super League compare to those in the NRL?
Yeah, I think it's way better. There's a much better atmosphere at the games. They're probably smaller crowds, but they're a lot noisier, And I know us Aussies, when we come over here, we enjoy the singing and the banter of the crowd. It's sort of a bit weird at first, and but you just love it. Like it's good fun.
Kathy Garrity on Facebook has asked, what was the funniest moment that's happened on or off the pitch for you or one of your teammates?
Probably this year. I think it was Paul Wood nearly got knocked out by Motters through a pass that wasn't meant to go to him, and his head sort of got in the way and it knocked him off his feet. And I just remember being on the field and having a real good chuckle to myself, and I'm sort of thinking I probably shouldn't be laughing out here like that, but I couldn't help it. It was sort of just seeing Woody's feet go up from underneath him was pretty funny.
And Joel Holland on Twitter and Ron Davis on Facebook would like to know what's next for you. Are you looking to stay in rugby league, or would you consider coaching maybe?
I'm not too sure yet. I've sort of got a bit of time to think now. I don't think I'll ever be a coach. Sort of not really interested in that type of part of it. But I'm not sure what I'll do. Is I'd like to be around a club, because I know the rugby league clubs are generally full of good people and with similar interests. So it'd be nice to get back into and do something involved with a club back home. But I'm not really too sure just yet.
And finally, before you go, have you got a final message for the fans?
I'd just like to thank everyone for obviously the support they've given me and my family since we've been here. It's been as good as I could have hoped for, and shared a lot of wonderful experiences with you, like here at Halliwell Jones and down Wembley. So, thank you very much.